you doing? Listen to Dainty. He loves it when I go live. He goes crazy. Dainty, relax. Dainty. How are you guys doing? Oh, it's hot here by us. Full-blown summer. And you know, when I walk up here, I've got my hand extended forward right into Dainty's face, and that's when he will decide to bark. So, oh, they are getting their chicken. Enzo, are you guys getting your chicken? Yeah. They just got out of the pool, one of them. I just saw the water moving. Guys, I just got back home now. A few minutes late. Sometimes you just make it. Sometimes you just miss it, but that's still okay. As long as you are within 5 or so minutes, then it's okay. I guess any appointment you can be 5 minutes late. It's not possible to always be on time. To not show up is a different thing, I guess. That's totally different. But here I am. Hi, Anne McKillibane, Raphael Coulon, Gary Morel, Tina Fey. Yeah, they're eating. I don't know what Enzo is doing. He's walking around there at the back. What's wrong, Enzo? What's going on? I'm good, Liam. How are you? So we really need to get in here and clean this place up a bit. Haven't had the chance. Now, what is it with big now? Picking up? Why? Just because the sun just went behind that cloud. Okay, now let's see when the sun comes out behind that cloud. Then Big is gonna change its mind completely and go back to where it's supposed to be. Like now. Now it's picking up. The sun is about to break through that cloud and it's changing its mind. So when there's a lot of clouds in the sky, I've tested it, it actually makes more power when it just points straight upwards. But that's just one cloud. And that's a problem you're going to have with AI, guys. AI is not going to know what the rest of the clouds are doing. It's going to concentrate on one cloud. And maybe on 2, maybe on 3, maybe on 1,000,000. But a human being can concentrate on multiple billions of things. Yeah, you heard me correct. And we can see that with one glance. Okay, so Big is busy making power again. It's determined that the sun is still where it was a few minutes ago. So you get some of those tracking systems that works with GPS. It knows where the sun is, so it points to the sun. But if there is something in front of the sun, it's still going to point where the sun is supposed to be. Now, that's not a bad thing, but like I just said, on cloudy days, it makes more power if it just points straight upwards. And during our summer, we sometimes have many days that has got some clouds in the sky. And some peacocks on the floor. Look at that little one. Guys, this is the little one. Little male. And he has not had big feathers yet. But he'll get some. And this one, this must be Pokey. I don't know why, but they threw their tails off, both of them. And yeah, so there the sun is coming through again. Hey Diego, the big tamale, Melissa. There you can see, now it's pointing downwards again. It's moving directly to where the sun is. And you actually feel so, how can I put it? You feel like everything's working when it does that. Everything is working just perfectly. It's a great feeling, I have to say, when things work perfectly. Diego! Michelle Morningstar! Oh yes, I want to see something. Add as moderator. There. Standard moderator. Yeah, I'm going to put it standard moderator like that. Michelle, I think I made you a moderator just now. Yeah, I did. And then, yeah, your name is Blue. Okay, that's how you do it. Melissa F. Add as moderator. And there she goes. All right, who else? I can't remember the list now, but we don't really have a list. We'll just give everybody a try, and they can experience being a moderator. But guys, Melissa F. Oh, yes, you are. Okay, Michelle Boikstar. Yeah, I didn't know how, and then I remembered. No, you have to do it while you are live, and it works best. I think you can do it afterwards also, but yeah. And now we're still looking for Michelle. Michelle, where are you? Are you sleeping, Michelle? No, there she is. Okay. Michelle, you have been moderated. Hey, how are you doing, Michael Alex Jones? Thanks for asking. I'm doing great. How are you doing, Alex? Okay, guys, you must just, Michelle, if you can send me a message and tell me who else needs to be added. I'm not always I don't always know who exactly. Rise and shine. Michelle, now you can sleep in peace. Did you have sleepless nights about not being a moderator, Michelle? But it's cool. I think 3 is fine. You think 3 is fine? I did it, Melissa. Yeah, see guys, I also get something done now and then. Hey, wait a minute, that must be Denise Maddox. Happy Saturday, everyone. Bill sends greetings as well. It is very sunny here, but not warm. That is okay. The utility company has to make money too. Bill says, keep up the great work, mods. Take care and have a great week. And thank you so much, Denise. She is truly the knees of the zoo house. We cannot walk without knees, guys. Odessa! Hi, Odessa! Bob Filer! Raphael Coulon! No, Michelle, as long they bring food and cream. If needed, rotate from time to time, especially if they want to go on vacation. Yeah. I mean, you say on vacation at Astral. You're in South Africa. Where in South Africa are you? Probably Cape Town. Cape Town is the nicest place to be in on vacation. But the best weather is here where we are. So if you want to live in South Africa, I'd say Brakpan. If you want to be in a tourist attraction, Cape Town. Ah, the Soul Maddox Minute. Yes, the heart and soul of the zoo house. Cape Town was in George a couple days ago. Did you go on that long zip ride in George? I still want to go on that. I'm planning to go and do that. Not sure when. You're watching most of the time quiet. Yeah, hi newcomers. Yeah guys, it's a warm day here by us. It's actually just another perfect day. We never have bad weather. Now that's a thing to say, but it's true. We've got great weather. But you know, if you need that sun to shine today for your big tamale and there's clouds, that's making it easier for you to live in the shade of that cloud, but you need the sun for electricity, then it becomes a tricky situation. Now you need both at the same time. What do you do then? Layla is just she's a happy doggy, always a happy dog. Let's go down, let's go see what's going on. And everywhere I'm picking up feathers, peacock feathers, but tinier ones than I used to get. So I'll just put them here in the plants. I want to start using them in a decorative style on certain places in the dollhouse, so I can, how do I put it? Like I did here with this, like this stuff, for instance. So I want to paint it and then laminate those feathers in there, so it's real, like more like this. You guys see what I mean? Look how beautiful that is. So yeah, you get the printed part that's made by humans, but then you get the part that is not, and that is much more beautiful, I have to say. So it would be nice to have those embossed, that's the right word, in those frames or something. So I'm planning to do that. Diego, are you guys eating? Are you guys eating, Diego? Now the problem is not if he will bite your finger when you do this. It is if he will lift his head up and break your finger against the wire fence. That's just as dangerous as a bite. You can lose your finger. So never put your fingers in by a big cat, guys. Not even by a little cat. Hey Diego. They are strong. They don't always realize how strong they are. So when they hit you with that upward movement of the head, they can just press your finger way past its stretch limit, Enzo, and then we've got a problem. Your nose is cold, guys. His nose is cold. How do you get your nose so cold, Enzo? Your nose is like 17 degrees Celsius. I know what temperature. His nose is really cold, guys. Diego, he's going to eat another one. Guys, I think he's going to give us a growl. Let me just try and balance this thing. Are you going to give us a growl, Diego? A nice growl. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Anytime, Diego. He doesn't feel like growling now. Diego. Diego. No, he's too friendly to growl today, guys. Michael only has 1132 likes for this live. Yeah, it's okay. I haven't done something funny or whatever yet, I guess. But fingers and the cage is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. There's not much that is not crazy about this whole setup. Tiger's like, if you don't carry on feeding me, you dog is finished. No, he's not that bad. He has got a personality, and part of his personality is he likes some of the dogs. It's funny how you can actually start to trust a tiger. And you know, guys, he's very constant. He's got no reason to lie. He can just tell the truth all day long. And you can just accept it. And if it's not what you wanted to hear, it doesn't matter. He's not going to lie. He's going to always show you exactly how he feels. Yeah, he loves everyone. He's the easiest one to get along with. If you ever come to the zoo house and you want to touch a tiger, well, he's the most vicious when he's eating. Not today. That's a chicken gizzard, Diego. And spit it out. Don't eat that. He's going to spit it out. Ah, there it is. You guys see that? He does not eat that chicken gizzard. Now, the birds will come and eat that tomorrow morning. All the seeds that's still in there that chicken ate. And I've done plenty of autopsies on those chickens. They have choked. They choke on the food. And yeah, Diego, those are from this morning. I don't think you should eat that anymore. I think you guys ate them all now. Hey, Enzo? There's a lot of flies around in this heat. We get the heat in stages. I think you go through cycles in the heat. Like those flies are all the same age now. They're going to be gone pretty soon. And then the next cycle will arrive. Same with the mosquitoes. And when you've done some experiments with the mosquitoes in the water, you see the water go green. And then you see the mosquitoes grow. And then all of a sudden the water becomes clear. It's like the mosquitoes are literally eating the green in the water. And that's what happens. And you can see it on their body size. They just gain weight. That sounds silly, but those are the things I study, guys. That's what I spend my time on. All kinds of cycles and things that nature shows. I don't think many people have studied that. You have to take your time and watch it for many, many years. It's like finding a new type of cloud. Now, I have found a new type of cloud. Believe it or not, when I see it, I always take a picture of it. And there's actually a place where you can send your pictures and they will determine if they can or name that as a type of cloud. Now, I've got one that I've noticed, and I've noticed it over the course of about 15 years. So I like those long-term studies, and I don't see them every year, but I remember what it looks like. And when I see it, I take a picture. I got video of a rainbow bouncing off a rainbow, then a third that was half developed. It's on my eggs. Wow. Yeah, crazy stuff that happens. And we don't even know half of it. Overweight mosquitoes, yes, Denise. But then they start getting their wings and then they start flying. And we thought they were little fish. When you're a child and you ask, what are those in the water? And they say, it's a little fish. You believe it. Because I mean, you don't know what fish looks like. I remember my granddad's yard. His yard was totally, well, overgrown with trees and shrubs and things, and you could walk in that backyard and get lost. And as children, we used to always, when we get to my grandparents' house, we used to go in the deepest part of the yard, and we would find those little fish, that is mosquitoes. But yeah, we were little. You don't know the difference between a mosquito and a fish. Just, you can't really catch a mosquito with a hook and a sinker. Maybe you can, I haven't tried. But yeah, remembering all those things. My memory has recently been very clear on things that happened many, many years ago. I'm talking 40 plus years ago. And it's so clear, I can just remember it all perfectly. Do the tigers growl at the new workers? Yes, yes. Enzo is very, he doesn't like to be irritated. That's one thing I've known about him. So if he should sweep with a broom around here somewhere, Enzo gets very irritated. And he will, you don't want to irritate him. He will growl your hat straight from your head. So I remember when Philemon was still alive and he was working here for me, when he installed this glass over here. When he took that window out, he used a hammer and he knocked out all around and took the window out. And Enzo was so irritated with that slamming of the hammer, he just started growling and he wanted it to stop. So I would take them to the other side and close them up in a camp on the other side just until he was done. But yeah, they've got their own thing that they want. They don't want to listen to someone making a horrible noise all of the time. That's awesome. Lucky I've seen Prism's got pictures and it's awesome. Woven tiger. Yeah. Full of personality. If I was to go in the cage and hug a tiger, for my impulsive thoughts, what are the odds I'd make it out of the cage? The odds are 0. Don't try that. Rather just look at them, admire them from a distance. Imagine how they feel and be happy with that. Because if you go, it's like hugging a truck on the motorway. I mean, you can do it. You can walk up to a truck speeding down the motorway, hug it, and maybe you're lucky and you live to tell the tale, or live to tell someone else not to ever try and do it. I'd say that's more accurate. Yeah. Now a tiger will really punish you bad. You have to have a certain, you don't need to be scared of him, but you need to have respect for him. He demands absolute respect. And when you lack that respect, you're gonna be sorry. you're going to be very, 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 very sorry. Minus a few fingers, with a few puncture wounds, and maybe drowning. Because guys, he'll drag you up that jungle gym and throw you in the pool, jump on you, drag you out. And that's just playing. He's not even angry. So I always say, John Figuera. I don't always say John Figuera, guys. It's just now John Figuera gave me a donation, so I said his name. But John, thank you very much. How is Mama Jamison's head, Michael? Oh, she is just fine. Thank you for asking. Yeah, she is just fine. Yeah, what can I say? We do rely a lot on healing all by ourselves. I believe firmly in that. It could have been handled differently by a different person. And yeah, so some people said, why didn't you take it to the doctor? And guys, there is a very fine line that you have to know when something is necessary and when something is not necessary, and what is necessary. So I concentrate on what is necessary to get those things done way before anything ever happens. That is my main goal, is to solve problems before they occur. So when something happens, an accident, then you have decisions that you have to make, and you will pay for those decisions that you make. Now, I know a lot of people who are in that industry, and if you go to a hospital here in South Africa, a private hospital, they would want you to put down an excessive amount of money before they even admit you. And they will admit you if you put down that money. And it is usually around about the price of a small sedan, new. That is approximately what anything will cost you. If you go there with a wound, they will let you pay that. And if you do have medical cover, they will admit you instantly. And that medical cover needs to be sufficient. If it's not, you will be paying for it for the rest of your life. So yeah, we have learned that here in South Africa, we can go to a government hospital and get it done for free. And it works. It takes a little longer. There's a longer queue. There's a few things, but they've got a motive of getting you out of there. That is their motive. So I like that motive. That means you are healed. But there's not always time. There's not always... Now when I say there's not always time, it's more important to wear your safety belt than to have medical cover, if you know what I mean. Because what will happen is you'll get into an accident and be dead, and then have the best medical cover in the world that's not going to be used. I hope you've got a funeral plan with that. Then you can go and you can have no medical cover, and you're wearing your seatbelt. You get into an accident and you live, and you've got a little bit of a headache and a bump against the head, but you are alive, and you go home and you sleep it off, and you are back to normal in a day or two. So all of these things are things that you have to consider and figure out what works and what are you going to do in that emergency. So I have had plenty of emergencies, and I've learned certain things. If you can't get the blood to stop pouring out, you need to go to an emergency room immediately. You better do it. Then I will be the first one to say, we're gonna go now. But then when you bump your head, there's a little blood and it has already stopped and everything is fine. You make the decision based on that. Yeah, and anybody can call, what about internal bleeding? And what about this? And what about that? Guys, we have to also apply a little trust to our human bodies. We have to at least feel that we can trust the system that is repairing it. Those little white blood cells are packing up in a wound, healing it really, really quickly. I was bitten by a monkey the other day on my finger. Look at that. It's healed. It's healed up perfectly. And it didn't take long. There's still a little bit of skin there, but it's healed perfectly. And I didn't do nothing to it. Now I've learned, don't rinse your finger. Don't do anything. Now this is just my opinion. I'm not going to try and convince anybody how to take care of, or a medical doctor to do it differently, because they can get in big trouble if they don't do it according to the book. But as I've learned, you need to let that wound bleed. Let it bleed, because those white blood cells are packing all the holes closed, and it's going to start healing it instantly. So that's my method. That's how I think it should be, and it works for me. I don't wash it out, because you wash out all the repairing structure that has already been happening for the last 30 minutes. Now you go and you wash it all out, and it has to start again. Oh no, Diego, he threw a chicken in the pool. Go take it out, Diego. See what I mean, throwing stuff in the pool, guys. That's not typical Diego. But yeah, I've learned, if you get bitten by a monkey, by a dog, by a tiger, that wound, it needs to bleed a bit, because you want to get everything out. It will bleed out. It's a method of transporting dirt to the outside of your body, into the atmosphere. It always sounds cool if you say into the atmosphere. But yeah, and then the healing can start, and we've are pre-programmed with that. That's like a function that we all have. But yeah, when your head is off, it's a little different. Then you have to apply some stitches at least. Yeah, he's naughty. He wants to break this tree. I need to go and cut that part off where he broke it right there. But we haven't had a chance yet to go in here. We'll probably do that on Monday. We try and go in there as often as we can, but sometimes the tigers just don't want to get up in the morning, and sometimes they just don't want to leave the enclosure. They know we want to get in there and do something. You see that wound on Enzo's shoulder? There's nothing that we can do against that or on that, because it keeps on happening. That is like the only thing that we can do is give him a piece of armor to wear, a steel plate with a leather strap that would cover that specific spot, because that is the spot where one of Diego's claws always scratches Enzo and he bleeds. So the only way we can prevent that is with a piece of armor, or we have to clip that toenail. But guys, have you seen how difficult it is now to clip Diego's toenails? I still did it a couple of years ago. Always used to clip his toenails. Whenever I gave him a bottle of cream, he would stand up here, and I could very, very quick just place that clippers on that claw and clip the very front part blunt. It's the only way you could do it. There's no holding him still and forcing the nail out and then using a file to blunt it. No, there's no time. You've got, I'd say, zero 0.5 of a second to recognize that the claw is out, to see where you're going to clip it, to place the clippers on that specific spot, and to pull that trigger. And then you clip that toenail blunt. But now you have to be worried about the others that are just next to that. And guys, those toenails have got like I'm going to compare it to a hydraulic system. It's not a hydraulic system, but it works as well as a hydraulic system. If he digs that claw into your hand, he's got you. It's a claw. You don't get away from a claw. A claw basically grabs you on a distance of, let's say, the size of your hand, and it squeezes those 5 nails into the size of a coin, and he's got you. There's no way to get out of that. That's like handcuffs that goes through the skin, and then he's got you, and he's not going to just let go. But like I've always told people, if you ever get attacked by such an animal, doesn't matter how, doesn't matter where, doesn't matter why, those questions does not matter then. Then there's one question that matters. How do you survive? Now, Arnie told me that, the little monkey, he taught me how to get rid of anything you don't like. You scream at the top of your voice straight down his ear. That's it. That's the sharpest knife you've got. That's the biggest gun you've got. That's the only way. You shout straight down his ear, and that'll save your life.
Michael, the winter storm that just went through was named Enzo.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, and how did it go? I hope it was okay. Well, I guess the next one is going to start with a D. Or is it going to start with a F? Are they going, which direction are they going on the alphabet? But in any case, if it's with the F, I can only think of a condition it could leave it in that starts with an F. But if it's with a D, it would be Diego. 13 and 10 years. Oh, 10 and 13. Yeah. Yeah, Diego is 10, yeah, he's now, and Enzo will be 10 at the 14th, round about the 14th of March. Mars. 14 Mars. 10 inches on the Alabama beaches. Wow. Yeah. Both in the prime of their life. Yeah, guys, I think they are going to live much longer than we think. I really think they are going to live really long. Look at him there, only his head sticking out the pool. Look at those flies, guys, so many. just around the food that he ate now. There's nothing you can do about it. It's nature. Oh no, what have you got there now, Diego? If he finds something, guys, he could go after it and get that chicken out of the water. You threw it in this side. And you know, you forget that chicken in that water. And when it starts floating, you have to get all of that water out. It's funny how they do that. But yeah, I guess the flies are necessary. To us, it's a pest. But they know something about that meat. They know that that meat is rotting. And they can lay the eggs. And those little larvae can hatch. And they can consume all of that meat that could rot and be really, really nasty. So they are little problem solvers. And I get a lot of people who say, we need something for the flies, to get rid of the flies. Yeah, when you get rid of the flies, what's going to happen to the stuff that the fly was going to consume? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe there's a rat in your ceiling. Maybe there's a rat behind your fridge. The fly can get access. It can deliver a batch of eggs. The larvae can grow and they can consume everything that will smell bad. Within a day, even before it starts smelling bad, it could be gone. But we as humans don't always see it that way. We want the nice way. We want them gone. We want to let them do it the way we want them to do it. And that's not always how the plan works. Like a mosquito, I've thought about this a long time, guys. What is the purpose of a mosquito? Now you have to go and think about this for years before you get. Now the best I could come up with yet is somewhere there is a gap in your house where the mosquito can enter. That's it. If a mosquito bites you, it means a snake can come in, a rat can come in, a human being can come in, a monkey can come in, a tiger can come in. So that is what I think most of why a mosquito is like it is. I'll still think about it, but that's the best I could come up yet, is to show you that you are not sealed away. Mosquitoes suck. Ticks are horrible. Yeah, ticks mean you spend too much time standing still in the bush. When you walk a certain pace, they won't be able to get onto you. But I guess maybe they could. Do you say Mallorca or Majorca? Mallorca, we say it like Majorca. There's this lady in Majorca that has got a channel where she shows all kinds of different plants and a lot of different plants that grows wild, and she explains exactly what each and every one is used for. She's actually very, very intelligent when it comes to that, and those are the channels that should just shoot up and be, because you're getting so much information from watching a video and you tend to remember it. So yeah, sometimes the channels that we don't always watch are the ones we should watch, and they can really, look at him now, he's now jumping up trying to get that branch off the tree. Diego, are you in tree destructive mode? There he goes. It makes me so happy when he runs like that. It means he's having fun. Look at Enzo just watching everything from afar. And he's 10 years old, guys. That's the age they recommend where they usually are done with life. And he is just in the prime of his playing age. The age where he still plays at 10 years of age. I believe they can become 40 years old. I think they can. I don't think there's nothing that convinces me that they can't become 40 years old. But I will know. I will know one day. And I think the chicken is the right diet. Red meat is too rich. That could give them even gout and stuff later on. So I think if you stick with the chicken, they've got a light type of food that's not so rich. And I just feel like that is better. My cat is 25 years old and I still get zoomies. Kristen. Maybe red meat once in a while. Yes, I believe that is the right way to do it. And I give them those bones as well, so they eat that calcium. That's just about pure calcium on those ends. So they get that. But hey guys, I think it's time to give them some cream. Let's go get some cream quickly. And then we can take it from there. Now look at this. This was a stray cat caught by the rubbish dump. And look how she is enjoying her life. Absolutely wonderful. And it makes me feel good when I see that, and I know that I took my time. I went there. I caught that cat. That cat was very, very angry that I caught her. But she had no idea what my intentions were. And that she is doing now, that was my intentions. And that worked. Yeah, it's well worth it. Hey, you. One of the cats that was dropped off here by me the other day. Doing very well. And a friend also doing very well. Raw salmon once a week really helps with the omega fatty acids and calcium. Okay. Happy birthday, cat! Hey, Diego! Are you ready for this? Do you want some of this? Let's go, let's go. Let's just put this there. Maybe we will at some point get a better kind of internet. That would really help. But still, guys, we are using this old type. It works. It's the only type that works for a life where you're walking around. Enzo! Enzo! Come on, Enzo. Diego, your tail is wet. He's throwing me with water off his tail. You didn't want to come eat when Arthur was here, hey? You were too shy, Enzo. He's a very shy cat, actually. Sometimes I think I've got his personality and he's got mine. And I can see where mine is heading and I can see where it's been. On your nose. Okay, there you go, Enzo. But he does not feel, look at that. Does his toe smell good, Diego? Well, I'm very glad you don't bite him. Because he's just a little doggy. Enzo, come and have some more. Dainty, do you like this stuff? Oh, this is the life. If he closes his eyes like that, guys, it's like he's a little cub all over again. Now on the thumbnail, that is Diego. And here you can see he is still exactly the same animal, just all grown up. It's finished, Diego. Layla, Zach, Pixie. Still a little bit. You're eating the whole thing these days, Diego. You're getting double the amount in that you used to. Because Enzo is not eating it that much anymore. I can hear Beg is running up and down there. Maybe I must go switch him off. Because now it's just a little bit of shade every now and then makes Beg change his mind. And then, well, we have to listen to it all the time. So that's the problem with things that cannot really figure something out. They cannot make decisions that is really worth making. And while they're making a decision, realize if the decision is wrong. That's a very, very difficult thing to get done. Katas! Guys, Katas is still my tamest animal that I know of. She is wonderful. Yeah, Katas. I wish you weren't fixed, Katas. I would have so loved to have had or have offspring. I know a lot of people say, no, don't do it. But I don't know. I just feel so bad that she was paid and she can't have another like she is. But yeah, let's go see what Beg is up to. My kitchen is clean, really clean these days, guys. It's never been this clean. There's other things that's dirtier, but my kitchen is clean. I have to say, it's nice to have a clean kitchen always. Oh, no, this thing is pointing right at the sun. That sun is rough out there. The system is working so well. Whew, sun is hot. And this is now when the sun is going down, guys. Let's go see how much it's making. We just need the sun for a few hours a day to supply all the power you need. The problem, however, at night comes down to a decision. Am I going to use a lot of power at night or am I not? The right decision is don't. Don't use too much power at night. And you've got a perfect system. Design everything around that concept. If you do it... Okay, so we're putting out 3 kilowatts. Now that's enough to pull a geyser. That's a warm water boiler Okay, everything is on here and my car is on charge. But I'm sure we can get another kilowatt out of it if we were able to put it somewhere. So 3 kilowatts, there it is, 3.1. And what are we using? 1.74. And we're storing 21 to 22 amps of that power. Now what is an amp? Let's just say your kilowatts is your amps times by your voltage. And I've got the voltage set to 240 volts. Now why would I set it higher? Because now these fridges turns into super fridges. They run 10% faster, better. They can burn out if you apply that to all kinds of things, but they were going to, yeah, well, still doing about the same. But it is enough. It's great to have that system. And guys, you get to learn so much. You understand exactly how electricity works and where it comes from if you've got a system like that. And I've been off grid now for, well, going for 3 years. November, it will be 3 years that I have not bought any electricity. So, yeah. But I guess I'm the only one in the country. Yeah, you heard me right. I don't think there's anyone else in this country who's totally off grid. And it's just because nobody was able to build a big tamale. Because now people are not making any power. But with the big tamale, the computer points it straight at the sun and it makes that 3 kilowatts. So my batteries are full. Everything is just loaded with electrons, and we will have enough electricity till the sun comes up tomorrow morning. But I don't know. I've seen people who have spent so much more money than I have, and they are still not off the grid. It's like having a watch that tells the time, but it tells you the time only 2 or 3 times a day. Mine tells you the time all of the time of the day. That's the difference with following the sun. So even that last sun ray now, we will be able to get. The little peacock and his mommy, they are, here he is, getting bigger and bigger. Can you believe it? She is so friendly, guys. She's gotten used to me so much. Every morning I come and feed them, and she runs to me and get fed. I still have to offload the car. I went to the mall quickly. They sent me a message. Hey, the cat food is on special, Michael. Do you want to come pick up some cat food? And I said, I am on my way. But yeah, inside it's much more. So, got the cat food. My truck in this garage now these days. What a nice bed for the cat. Enzo used to love sleeping on this. He loved it. I had the older model truck back then, and he slept on this just like Mama Cat is doing now. But yeah, when I have to go fetch cat food, for instance, I will take that specific car, because that drives on electrical energy that I get for free from the sun. If I need to go fetch chickens for the tigers, well, I'll take the truck. That does not drive on the normal electricity that we get from the solar. You need fuel for this one. But it would be cool if I could add a battery and some motors and some controllers and stuff and make it front wheel drive. electrical. That would be cool. Let's go up. You don't always have to wait for a company to manufacture something so you can buy it. You can actually manufacture it yourself and use it. So it's like this tree and this piece of glass. The ratio between the two is perfect at all times of the year. Like now. Now the sun is not shining on the glass. So heat is not getting in. The tree is getting shined on. So the tree is benefiting from the sun at the moment. When the sun comes up in the morning, it does not shine in the house to heat the house up. That's already warm. Because the tree casts its shadow on this window. In the winter, all these leaves fall down and the sun rays enters the house, heating the house up. You cannot have that window without that tree. It is like there's nothing to compare it with. It's just not going to work. So everything needs to be calculated very specifically. Sometimes you're lucky and you got it right by chance, but sometimes you know how things work and your experience makes it so much easier for yourself. Hey, we've got Pokey here and we've got a female peacock over there. But that is true intelligence when you realize that you don't know. That is true intelligence. The day you realize that you don't know is the smartest thing that can happen to you. Because only then can you start to figure it out. Before that, you won't think you know it, and you will be wrong. Now look at Big over there. That's the angle towards that sun. Wow, that sun is rough. Where is it? I can't even see it with my... But Big is pointing directly to it. And that's where other systems don't work anymore. It just isn't lined up. So, I've got bad news for everybody. You're going to have to build one of these. It's not something you can buy. You can buy it. I don't think it's going to work as well. I don't think it is something that is easily packed away and sent to the other side of the world for a reasonable amount of money. And that is why I say you're probably going to have to build it. But it is buildable. Orange cats already beat me. Well guys, we are over an hour already. I guess this is where we say our goodbyes for the next few days. So thank you so much for watching, for the donations, for everybody that cares enough. And yeah, are you back, Roblox? From North Pacific of California? Yeah. It's a pleasure, Liam. Thanks for watching. I'm always happy to see your name there. And McKillivane. Bye everyone. Mooi na jouself. Sien jou later. Tot ziens. Michelle, I'm not sure. I don't see a place where you send me a message. I know you want to say goodbye. I need that link to click on to say goodbye. So send it to me now. You've got 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Raphael, Coulomb. Bye, family. Bob Fighter, bye for now. Liam's gonna stay safe, everyone. Odessa, Mallorca, Jack Knight, John Figuera. Cheers, Michael. Thanks, John. Alright, guys. I don't think we're going to get it from Michelle. Michelle, don't worry. We'll do it next time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. And like always, have a great day. Bye. See you guys soon.